Hello, everyone. Welcome to our city council meeting. We're going to get this meeting started. Thank you for being here. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Garcia.
Here.
Councilmember Lara.
Here.
Councilmember Lutz.
Here.
Mayor Camacho.
Here. And we did receive a phone call from Dr. Monica Sanchez. She's not going to be able to be here. She's a little ill. We wish her well. Continue on. We're going to do our invocation led by Councilmember Andrew Lara and followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
If everyone can please stand and bow your head. Heavenly Father, as we assemble here today, may you bless this meeting. As we discuss the business at hand, may you guide us to the proper and correct solutions that have been brought before us today. We pray for the ability to see clearly the directions we need to take for the care and well-being of our community. As we look with new vision, may our serving, caring, and sharing be unto us a life service. Amen.
Amen. And to lead us in our pledge today, our flag salute, we have our special guest, Avery Flores. Just a quick note, I happened to be over at the reorganization for our Rancho Unified School District, and I heard Avery make a presentation and speak, and I'm like, she has to come to the council meeting. So welcome, Avery, and please lead us in the flag salute. You can come up to the podium.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, and members of the community. My name is Avery Flores, and I am a second grade student at Bernie Tech Academy. It is my honor to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Please face the flag, place your right hand over your heart, and join me as we begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Avery, if you could come up, we'd like to give you a certificate for leading us in the pledge today. Come on up. Bring your families. Here you go. Give it up to Bernie Tech Academy for
Great job. Yes, sir.
do you have
Robert, can we get the stool?
One with just the family? One. Thank you. Remain standing because we do have a certificate of recognition. But before we continue, I just want to recognize our commissioners in attendance. We have Patricia Salcedo for Parks and Recs Commission. Thank you. And we also have Bobby Tanner joining us as our Veterans Commission as well. Thank you for being here. And we have Esther Solis in the crowd hiding back there from Planning Commission. Thank you. At this moment, I'd like to recognize, speaking of commissioners, recognize a commissioner has been working with the city for some time. Irma Tirado, who has been on the Sister City Commission. We just recently had one of our Sister City Tlajomulco president come and visit us. It was a quick trip, but they came. I know there's a lot that we do with the Sister City Commission as it relates to the relationship that we have with our 4 sister cities. Irma, you've done a great job with the commission, but aside from being the commission, I know that you have been involved in the community in different efforts, whether it be food drives, whether it be helping others. You know, we've seen it, we've witnessed it, and you've been a commissioner for Dr. Monica Sanchez, and I know she would have loved to have been here to present this to you directly, but on her behalf, on the city's behalf, on the city council's behalf, thank you. Thank you for your service, for everything you've done. So come up here and join us, please. And this is a nice proclamation that has a lot of good stuff here. I won't read everything, but there's many good things to say here. So.
Thank you.
And do you have any family?
Yeah, my sister, my daughter and her husband. Sorry.
Let's bring family up here. Take a picture with you.
Marina, leave your purse there. It's my only daughter, and she just got married January 3rd.
Congratulations.
A new son now.
Congratulations on getting married.
Thank you all. Thank you, everyone.
That's yours.
Mayor, if I may, real quick?
Yes, please.
Yeah, with Irma, I've seen commissioners come and go for decades here in the city of Pico Rivera. And Irma, you've always conducted yourself with professionalism, with grace, honor, and you carried the city's name forth. We're going to miss you. Congratulations on whatever your future endeavor is, but we will miss you. Thank you.
Thank you. And although you're not going to be a commissioner, I know you're still going to be committed in the community and doing a lot of work with us. So we're not technically letting you go. So thank you, I appreciate it. With that, we're going to go ahead and lead us into the special presentation that we have here from LA Sanitation District. We have Andrew Hall. He'll be presenting us, please.
Thank you, Mayor Camacho and members of the City Council. Appreciate the opportunity that I have to present today. I'm going to give a short presentation on proposed wastewater service charge rates, specifically around your area here in the city of Pico Rivera, as well as for our overall sanitation district. So we provide wastewater service throughout LA County. You can see here on the map, we have facilities all the way from Carson to Lancaster. Specifically, when I'm talking about our rate increase today, it's in this lower right-hand area, which Pico Rivera is part of this area. It's our joint outfall system, and it provides wastewater service for about 5.3 million people. We sent out a notice regarding proposed rate increases late last week that should be getting to your residents. So you might start getting questions about this rate increase, what it is, what it's for, and I'll give you a short overview about this as well. In addition, we do have fact sheets if you'd like that to be provided. I know our Chair Garcia has been provided that from his service on the board, and we're willing to provide that as well. But first of all, to understand who we are and what services we provide, we operate a sanitary sewer system throughout LA County. It provides this sewer service for about half of the residents in the county. This system is essential for public health to make sure that we don't have sewage flowing in the streets, right? Our goal is that when you flush the toilet, you don't worry about it again. And so we have pipes and facilities that operate 24/7 to make sure that this water is treated and reintroduced into the environment in a safe way. We have to competitively recruit. It's a very challenging rate environment to find people that are willing to do the jobs that we have at the districts. We want to make sure that we retain well-qualified people to be able to do that service and continue to protect public health and the environment. And we also are not immune to rising costs. I think as everyone's feeling those, and they've felt them over the last few years, in particular, our equipment, materials and supplies, and really chemicals and utilities have been driving a lot of our increases in rates. So specifically, why do we need rate increases today? Over the last 5 years, we've seen a 20% increase in our operating costs, whereas our rates only went up about 10% over that same time period. So we've used our reserves over that period to be able to get us through, but we're at the point where those reserves are no longer sufficient to be able to pay for the operational costs for these facilities and the capital cost. Specifically, the main driver of these rate increases, or the main driver of our increases in costs have been electricity and chemicals. These costs are rising significantly faster than inflation, and they have been for the last 5 years. We also have a lot of infrastructure upgrades that are needed. Many of our facilities were built about 50 years ago, and they have a 50-year lifespan. They need to be replaced to make sure that we can continue to provide these essential services. In addition, we are planning for an additional treatment with the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California to provide an additional water source that's dependable and drought resilient, so we're able to continue to have water in this part of Southern California. So how would these rates be adjusted for people here in Pico Rivera? It would be a rate increase of around $2.67 to $2.95 a month per single family home. For our whole service area, it's less than $3 a month for a typical single family home, and it'd be a 5-year rate increase starting on July 1st of 2026. So how do we compare to everyone else, right? No one wants to pay more money. In general, we've kept our service charges as low as we possibly can, and you'll see in every other metropolitan area throughout here in California, we are the lowest rates. We've done everything we possibly can over the years to continue to try to do that, whether that be funding our capital projects through grants when that was more available through our federal government, finding low interest rate loans from the state, as well as other low interest loans where we possibly can. And as we continue to look to the future, even though we do have rate increases coming up, our rates will still be competitive and lower than every other metropolitan area. So that's great and all, but in the end, homeowners, we have to keep control of our costs. And as a public agency, we also have to control our costs. So what are we doing to control those costs? We are still going after grants and low interest loans wherever they're possible to be able to try to keep those costs down as much as possible for capital costs. We are leveraging our long-term debt to spread costs over large periods of time. We do have a fairly large capital improvement program to address aging infrastructure, and we'll be leveraging debt so that's paid over a long period of time, not creating big rate increases today just to pay for that. We're also doing a lot of work to reduce our chemical and energy dependence throughout our facilities. We've been working with the Department of Energy and others to try to find ways to be more effective in our use of energy and be able to reduce our energy costs as much as possible. We do share our administrative staff across 24 districts, so that means we can have one accounting staff that serves everyone, and they only pay for the amount of benefit they get from those. We also get volume discounts because of how large we are, and we do supplement our revenues through our sales of reclaimed water, which also offset the need for potable water in our area. So one thing I really want to highlight, and this should get highlighted to your residents, is we do have a low water rebate program. If you're using less water than we think, than is what we assume for a home or for a business, take a picture of the QR code. You can submit your water bills. If you're not sure if you apply, you can go to the website. You can talk to our customer service representatives. Our goal is to make sure that everybody pays their fair share for what they contribute to the system. So we do have this program that can save residents, not only residents, but also commercial property owners money based on what their actual water use is. In addition, your industrial users will see increases. Theirs is a little different because we do additional monitoring as required by the EPA for those folks. It's also increasing rates are increasing for them. There's about 2,000 users in our entire system that will be seeing a rate increase, and most of these business rate increases will be similar to what we're seeing for commercial and residential. So in summary, and to conclude the presentation, we do see that rate increases are necessary to cover these higher costs. We're trying to make sure that we address our aging infrastructure before there are challenges, before there are sinkholes, before there are spills. We really have those rates and rebates for our end users, for the public, to make sure that they're paying their fair share, and it's available based on your property type and your water use. And there are public comment procedures that are explained in the notice that was sent out so that people can comment on those items. We do have public information meetings to specifically talk about these and be able to answer questions from the public. Those are presented both on the screen here as well as they were in the notices that were sent out to the residents. And finally, we will be having in-person public hearings for the districts that are represented in the city of Pico Rivera. District 2 is on Wednesday, May 13th. District 18 is Wednesday, May 27th. In addition, if anybody sends information into us via email or any of the other forms that are noted on our mailer, that information will be communicated to the board. It is provided to the board at those meetings so that they're aware and be able to make the best decision possible. So if you need more information, we do have our phone, email, mail if you want to send that way, the website, and I'm here to answer any questions if you have any.
Well, thank you, Andrew. Let's open up to questions. Councilmember Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. Andrew, first of all, Mr. Hall, thank you for coming out and providing this presentation. City Manager Steve Carmona for getting it on the agenda. We felt it was imperative that we get out front and see what's going on here in terms of rate increases due to operating costs. So thank you for sharing that. This is an opportunity for us to really grasp what's happening out there before the residents start coming. But I just have one question. The public information meetings, are we going to post that and advertise that so the residents know where they're going to be located?
Yes, Mayor.
Thank you.
Very well, thank you. Any other questions? Councilmember?
Yes. Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Hall, thank you for the presentation. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I think
Thanks for
people
having me.
take the sewer and sanitation granted. You know, a little flush and everything's gone. 5-year increase. I know you did the breakdown per household. What is the percentage over the 5 years total cumulative increase?
So it's about a 15 to 20% increase each year over that time period.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Very well. Well, it's not a pretty business, but it's a necessary one. The infrastructure below ground is equally as important, but always looking to make these better. I know all of us have had an opportunity to sit on sanitation board. Thank you, Councilmember Garcia. I know you're currently working on that, so thank you for the presentation. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, now I'll lead us into our public comments. I have a few cards here that are provided to me. John Carlos, not around. John Carlos. Okay. So we have Jonathan Grayson, LMD Let's Make a Difference campaign.
Good evening, council members and community members of Pico Rivera. My name is Jonathan Grayson. I work with Helpline Youth Counseling, a nonprofit organization with the mission of helping build individual, family, and community health. We are aligned with our coalition, the Southeast Community Alliance, where we advocate for healthier choices and drug mishandling within Service Planning Area 7. I'm here today to express our strong support for the Let's Make a Difference campaign. The objective of the LMD campaign program is to increase participation among local pharmacies that can play a meaningful role in preventing the mishandling of substances, where we can advocate to community members on 3 simple yet powerful steps, which includes keeping prescription medications secure and out of reach, never share prescription medications with others, and properly disposing of unused or expired medications. As part of our LMD campaign, we reached out to several pharmacies within SPA 7 to invite them to join our efforts in creating more accessible medication and sharp drop-off locations for community members. We asked if the pharmacies would consider displaying LMD materials in their pharmacies so customers could easily find safe disposal options nearby. Of the 5 pharmacies we contacted in Pico Rivera, only 1 had sharp disposal kiosks and none had a safe medication disposal kiosk. Unfortunately, none of the pharmacies agreed to join our campaign and participate by either registering for a disposal kiosk or displaying LMD materials, even though our program offers free kiosks to participants. To better serve our community, especially with individuals under 18 who face higher health risks associated with substance misuse and abuse, and with a population well over 50,000, we invite any pharmacies in Pico Rivera that do not currently have a safe disposal kiosk for medications for sharps to reach out to us. We can connect you with free disposal kiosks and provide LMD banners and educational materials to help inform and protect our community. We also like to extend the invitation to the City of Pico Rivera to collaborate with us by inviting us to sponsor community events and discussions on healthier outlooks for the community. And lastly, as part of our ongoing effort, we partner with the Downey Police Department to support the DEA National Take Back Day. During the most recent event in October, 286 pounds of unused medications were collected from 4,300 sites nationwide. These are medications that might otherwise have ended up in the hands of someone uninformed. We encourage the city to register and participate in the upcoming event scheduled for April 25th, 2026. That is all. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate it.
You too.
Okay, our next speaker is Christina Sandoval from Heart of Compassion.
Good evening, Council, Mayor, and the residents of Pico Rivera. My name is Christina Sandoval, and I am the controller of Heart of Compassion Food Distribution in the city of Montebello. I'm here to share our 2025 community impact, and with your partnership over this last holiday, Thanksgiving and Christmas, we were able to share 155,000 pounds of food. We served over 3,000 people. We gave out 15,000 pounds of turkeys and 4,000 toys to children. Overall, for 2025, your support from the past, present, and current future, which we are greatly appreciative. Heart of Compassion was able to distribute 17 million pounds of food, 34, which is an equivalent value of $34 million. We were able to achieve this with 1,800 volunteers. That took 34,000 hours. Heart of Compassion is a 95% volunteer run, so it is important, and we appreciate our volunteers. We also want to appreciate the City of Pico Rivera with our CDB grant. We were able to, we actually saw a 40% increase in the food that we were able to distribute, and of course, our numbers will continue to grow. Again, we appreciate Pico Rivera. We look forward to the future, and thank you for your time. God bless.
Thank you, Christina. And yes, the Heart of Compassion has been a partner for some time with us. You guys do a lot of great work and provide a lot of services and food to the community. So thank you. Please tell Pastor Eric that we say hello. And Lauren Talbot from our library. Updates.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council. My name is Lauren Talbot, and I'm the Community Library Manager at the Pico Rivera Library and the Rivera Library. Here are our updates for February. Teens are invited to celebrate Black History Month at the Pico Rivera Library on Wednesday, February 4th at 4 p.m., where they will explore the work of African-American artist Kara Walker and design an art piece that highlights her distinctive silhouette style. Adults are invited to our Knit, Crochet, and Craft program on Wednesday, February 4th at 6 p.m., where they will learn crochet basics. Limited supplies of free yarn and crochet hooks will be available. The Rivera Library will be closed for 2 weeks, beginning on Monday, January 26th, which was yesterday, for facility improvements. Rivera Library holds are available for pickup at the Pico Rivera Library. We anticipate opening on Monday, February 9th. Thank you for your patience, and we apologize for any inconvenience. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. All right, that concludes our public comment. We do have one written comment that was submitted to us from Victor Gonzalez regarding immigration. And we'll submit this for the record. Thank you. With that, we have 7 items in the consent calendar. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We got a first and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So moved. And just to highlight, one item, item 3, our Veterans Commission appointment that we just approved. Welcome, Mr. Efren Hernandez. Is he here with us?
He's not.
Okay. Well, welcome anyways, Efren. Thank you for bringing up.
So just real briefly, Efren, he's council's appointment, but I've worked with him for a number of years. He's a younger gentleman. He's grown up in the city of Pico Rivera. He graduated from El Rancho, and he served in the Navy where he was a firefighter on a ship. We work for a private ambulance company, and he's an EMT, so he's dedicated his life to service. He's a manager now, so he's shown great responsibility. And I've approached him a few times throughout the years to consider being a commissioner on the veterans, just because I think with his age, he brings a different perspective that's needed. And so I was happy that he finally said yes. So that's the character of who he is, and I look forward to his service.
Excellent. Well, welcome. Welcome to the commission. Look forward to working with him. Moving on to, we don't have any regular agenda items. City manager, staff reports. Mr. Carmona?
No city manager report.
No city manager reports. We then are in good of the order for intergovernmental agency meetings, AB 1234 reports, new business and old business. I'll start to my left. Councilmember Lara?
So just the only meeting that I did have was I managed to meet with Placer AI. Now, Placer AI is a private company, and they track cell phone data. So believe it or not, they know where you live, and they know where you go, and they know where you go after, and they know how long you stay there. So they market that data to communities, to businesses, so that we can, it's somewhat like a heat map for the city. Okay? And every year they approach us and they ask us if we want to sit down and listen to their demo, and I always take them up just because I find it fascinating. So this year I asked them to take a look at the Pico Rivera Sports Arena. One, because I know that there's risk of losing the capacity there for a variety of reasons with the Whittier Narrows Dam. But there was also an unintended consequence of what I found when I looked at the data, or rather when we looked at the data. So we looked at the past 3 years of data, and we found that 2025, they're down 130,000 visits. And when you look at their attendance on a trend over the 12 months of the year, every summer they have a steep spike up in attendance. And that makes complete sense because it's a seasonal venue, right? During the summer, they're going to have the majority of their bands. They're going to have the majority of their attendance. In 2025, they didn't have that spike. So I sat back and I looked at that and I said, that's ice. That's the fear of the community not wanting to go to those types of venues. So 2 things also stuck out to me. One, council took past action last year in regards to that venue to provide monetary relief. I'm happy that I can look back and say that was a right decision, even though it was anecdotal at the time, even though we felt it in our gut what was going to happen, that with this action there was going to be economic consequences, and I think we made the right action. So now that we can look at data, we see that what's happening on the streets is having profound economic impact to our community. So I found that interesting, and I wanted to share that. Otherwise, that's it.
Thank you, Councilmember. Yeah. Councilmember Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. In the good of the order, AB 1234, I did attend the LA County Sanitation meeting. And just a quick note to our Sheriff's Department. Captain, thank you, and the deputies, the officers who responded to some homeless scenarios on Slauson in Washington. The business community, some of the residents commended your officers the way they handled that. And item number 7 on the agenda is another resource that's going to help you here in the community. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Councilmember. Councilmember Letts.
Thank you, Mayor. No items from me tonight.
Thank you. I just have one item to report. I did have a meeting yesterday with Congresswoman Linda Sanchez for the mayors and city managers meeting, and we discussed little bit about the funding that she's given us, the funding that's forthcoming on this federal budget, and also, fortunately, because of Prop 50, there's some redrawing of the lines that we're going to be leaving, but also touched a little bit about the immigration issues that is happening on the federal level. But also, I have been to comment on giving an update as to what we're doing as a city as we continue to build partnerships and provide resources and support to our community members that unfortunately have been impacted through this immigration enforcement. But other than that, that's all I have to report. And just to thank you for the sheriff, for our captain and the sheriff department for attending this week's Catholic School Week at St. Hilary. Community Day was today, and your deputies and everyone was highlighted. Unfortunately, our fire department wasn't there, but we'll excuse them. Maybe there was a call, and the assistant chief is not here either, but maybe he has a call too. Anyhow, I like to tease them because I know they have the sheriff and the fire department in too. They tease each other, but nevertheless, thank you. It was great. With that, I'd like to adjourn this meeting. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.